Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Grace. For those that are new to my channel, I am so grateful that you guys stopped by, and welcome to our January for the Love of Crafting and Sharing YouTube blog hop. This is a hop that I have been doing. This is my third year doing it with Nicole, and it was before it was called monthly celebrations, but this time we're doing it something different, and I'm so excited for the themes that we will be sharing. So if you're new to my channel or you're new to this series, basically we get together every month and we share a layout that we create. And before it was what we were celebrating that month, but this time it's going to be different. And so the theme for January is basically scrapbooking your style. And this was fairly easy for me to do because, you know, everybody has a style and that's their comfort zone. And so this was creating this layout wasn't super, it wasn't hard at all because I was just really diving into my comfort zone. So what is my style? I would call myself as a multi-scrapbook or multi-photo scrapbooker, and I do every day, and I also do the events, and my favorite thing to scrapbook is my family, and these photos are of our kind of Easter formal photos that we usually take every year right before or after we get back from Easter Sunday services at church. And another thing that is I don't know if it's really my style, but like my comfort zone, I guess I should just go with that. My comfort zone is 2-page layouts. Again, I say I'm a multi-photo scrapbooker, and I usually scrapbook either 4x6 or 3x4 photos. Those are the most common sizes of photos that I scrapbook. And so 4x6, or these photos are an example of the 4x6. I also like bright colors. That's kind of my jam. And these papers that I got from a scrapbook and cards today kit from, I think it was 2 years ago or maybe a year ago, is just right up the alley of my favorites. They have the brights and the, bright yellows and pinks and greens, and it just makes me happy. Now, I know we're in the thick of winter, and well, over here in the northern hemisphere, and some are dealing with snow, but these are bright. But again, it said that we need to scrapbook our style, and so this is, I don't know if this is really like a signature style of mine, but this is my comfort zone. And so I'm going through all of these papers, and I really love that stripe. But it's pretty bold colors, so I'm just going to cut them in 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to put that kind of bookending my photos. I do have one solo horizontal 4x6, and that's going to be my focal photo, and I did mat that with some yellow. Initially, I was just going to cut that in a triangle, but then I figured why not tear the bottom just to kind of make it different. I did add this strip of paper, I can't even remember, I think it has something to do with love, and I thought that was really cute, and so I added that in between my photos. Now, my photos are good as it is. It's not like I wanted to cover up anything on my photos, but I did wanted to add a few more accents to the photo grid. That's why I added that. Now I'm just trimming this floral paper. It has very bold design, but I'm going to mute that down by just matting my focal point photo with that. So I cut that about 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Now the kit came with some journaling strips, and I'm going to add that to, initially I wanted to add that to the top left, but then once I built my page, I felt like it would balance it out better if it was on the bottom left. What do you think? Did it balance it, or would it be better on the top left? Now I am going through the die cuts. I believe this is from Jelly Bean Soup, and it's just really pretty die cuts with florals, and it matched perfectly with the spring theme. And now I am going to be building up my title. I wanted my title to be 2 types of fonts, and so I'm going to go with that Joy, that script, and then I'm going to use the thickers to spell out family. And now I've added, or I've adhered most of the items off camera, of course, and I also inked up the edges of the pink paper, the plaid paper on the back. I really love that paper. I believe that's from Echo Park. Anyways, I inked that with some brown ink, and then I'm creating kind of a triangle, a visual triangle, and that's another thing that I almost always do with my layouts, is to create visual triangle. I'm not I didn't go to design school, but over the years, learning different kinds of design tips, that's one thing that I've adhered to, that you will see in every single layout that I create, that there's always going to be a visual triangle. Now, sometimes when, I don't know, my eye just thinks it's better to have four clusters or more, but usually it's 3. And so I have the one over there by the journaling, and then the one on the top of my focal point photo, and then on the bottom near my photo cluster on the bottom. So now I'm just going to be building up my title. Another thing that I almost always do is that I usually do 2 font titles. I just feel like there's a lot more interest in it if there's 2 different fonts. So you might want to try it out if you've never, or if you have. Don't you think that it just makes it interesting rather than just one single? But I do, it all depends on what my title is. Sometimes if I have a very long title, maybe I'll just go with 1 font, but it's almost always 2 fonts. So I'm just putting it in there, and because this is new thickers, I have all of the letters that I needed to spell family. I do use a T square ruler just to make sure that it's straight, and then I will be putting my die cut that I've added some fun foam. So this is something that I've wanted to use up in my stash. I have a lot of those fun foams because like 2 years ago everybody was using fun foam because they said it's cheaper, and so I went and bought a lot of them, but now I'm kind of like, I'm done with them, because then I have to add adhesive to each one of them because it wasn't the double-sided fun foam that I got, and it's kind of a pain to just cut the little pieces, but I wanted to use it up. That's one of the things in my goal for this year, is to use up the items that I have, although I have been good about that for the last few years, but I feel like last year, because I have a lot of new stuff that was coming to me every month, that I was kind of veering away from using my stuff. So that's something that I wanted to do more of. Now, there was a stamp set for this kit, and so I pulled out one of them that says Good Times, and I did stamp those out on those bold stripes paper, bold stripe paper, I think that's what it's called, and I kind of position them where there's 2 tones to every circle stamp, and I did punch that out with my Creative Memories punch. And then I'm going to finish this off with some enamel dots, and that's basically my layout. Again, if you like these videos, please consider giving this a thumbs up and subscribing, and please check out all of the YouTubers that are included in this blog hop. We have some new women this year, and so I hope that you guys will check them out, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this collab and this layout, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye.